Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this explosive breakdown of what happened when Hollywood icon Sylvester Stallone appeared on The View and things went completely off the rails. It all started innocently enough, with Stallone being invited to promote his latest project, but as soon as he sat down, the tension was palpable. Joy Behar, known for her sharp-tongued no-holds-barred opinions, didn't waste any time diving into controversial topics. She began by questioning Stallone's political affiliations, hinting at his support for certain figures that clashed with the show's typical viewpoint. Stallone, ever the tough guy from his Rocky days, tried to keep it light, cracking jokes about his age and his action hero persona, but Behar pressed on, accusing him of promoting toxic masculinity through his films. The audience gasped as Stallone's face turned red, his famous scowl deepening. He responded calmly at first, defending his roles as inspirations for perseverance and strength, not aggression. However, Behar interrupted him repeatedly, her voice rising as she cited examples from Rambo and Expendables, claiming they glorified violence. Stallone leaned forward, his muscles tensing under his shirt, and said, "Joy, I've fought in the ring, on screen, and in life, but I'm not here to fight you." The co-hosts, including Whoopi Goldberg and Sunny Hostin, tried to mediate, but the spark had been lit. Behar doubled down, bringing up Stallone's personal life, his divorces, and even his parenting choices, which she deemed outdated. This was the breaking point. Stallone stood up slowly, his chair scraping against the floor, and the studio fell silent. He pointed a finger at Behar and erupted, "You've crossed the line, lady. I came here to talk movies, not to be dissected like some lab rat." The audience erupted in a mix of cheers and boos, as Stallone stormed off the set, microphone still attached, muttering under his breath about respect and Hollywood hypocrisy. Backstage chaos ensued, with producers scrambling to fill the airtime. The clip went viral within minutes, shared across social media platforms, with hashtags like #Stallone vs Behar trending worldwide. Fans praised Stallone for standing his ground, while critics accused him of being thin-skinned. Behar later addressed the incident on the show, claiming it was all in good fun, but the damage was done. This clash highlighted the divide between old-school Hollywood and modern talk show dynamics, where personal attacks often overshadow promotions. Stallone's team released a statement saying he regretted the outburst but stood by his principles. The View's ratings skyrocketed that week, proving that controversy sells. As we dive deeper into this story, let's examine the build-up. Weeks before, rumors swirled about Stallone's reluctance to appear on the show, knowing Behar's reputation. Yet, he agreed, perhaps underestimating the intensity. During the commercial break prior, whispers suggest Behar was prepped with gotcha questions. When the cameras rolled again after his exit, the panel awkwardly transitioned to the next segment, but the elephant in the room was undeniable. Social media exploded with memes of Stallone's angry face superimposed on Rocky posters, captioned "Yo Joy, I ain't your punching bag." Celebrities weighed in, some supporting Stallone, others siding with Behar's right to probe. This incident isn't isolated. The View has a history of heated exchanges, from Meghan McCain's departures to various guest walk-offs, but Stallone's was particularly dramatic, given his stature. Analysts speculate this could affect his upcoming film's box office, either boosting or hindering based on public sentiment. In interviews post-event, Stallone laughed it off, saying, "I've taken harder hits in the ring." Behar, on the other hand, used it as fodder for her comedy routines. The viral nature amplified everything, with YouTube compilations garnering millions of views. As we continue, remember this: in the world of daytime TV, unpredictability is the name of the game. Now, let's reconstruct the moment by moment of that fateful episode. The show opened with the usual fanfare, the host chatting about current events before introducing Stallone. He walked out to thunderous applause, waving to the crowd, dressed in a sharp suit that screamed success. Settling into the hot seat, he exchanged pleasantries with the panel. Whoopi started with softball questions about his career longevity, to which Stallone replied with his signature gravelly voice, sharing anecdotes from his early struggles. Then, it was Behar's turn. She leaned in with a sly smile, saying, "Sly, you've played so many tough guys, but in real life, Do you think that image has hurt your relationships? Stallone chuckled. Well, Joy, life's a fight, but love is the real knockout. The audience laughed, but Behar wasn't satisfied. She pivoted to politics, asking about his endorsement of certain policies that she deemed regressive. Stallone tried to deflect. I'm here for the movies, not the polls. But Behar persisted. Come on, your characters are all about American grit, but what about equality? That's when the tone shifted. Stallone's eyes narrowed. Equality? I've fought for it my whole life, from rags to riches. Behar shot back. By punching your way through? The exchange heated up, with Stallone raising his voice. You don't know me, Joy. You sit here judging from your chair. The other hosts interjected, trying to cool things down, but Stallone was on a roll. He stood, unclipping his mic. I'm done with this circus. As he walked off, the camera caught Behar's shocked expression, mouth agape. The live feed cut to commercial hastily, but not before capturing the audience's mixed reactions. Post-break, the hosts addressed it awkwardly, with Goldberg saying, well, that was unexpected. Online, the clip spread like wildfire, dissected by commentators. Some called it a setup for publicity, others genuine frustration. Stallone's fans rallied, boycotting The View, while Behar's supporters praised her boldness. In-depth analyses pointed to cultural clashes, Stallone representing traditional masculinity, Behar progressive critique. This event echoed past controversies, like when Barbara Walters clashed with guests. Stallone later appeared on other shows, joking about it. Next time, I'll bring my gloves. Behar quipped on air, he can take a punch, but not a question. The fallout included increased security for future episodes and discussions on guest vetting. Virally, it spawned parodies on SNL and TikTok recreations. As we explore further, consider the psychological angle. Was Stallone provoked intentionally? Behar's style is confrontational, but Stallone's temper is legendary. Interviews with insiders reveal pre-show tensions, with Stallone warning producers about sensitive topics. Despite that, Behar went rogue. The aftermath saw Stallone's social media followers surge, turning the negative into positive buzz. The View issued a half apology, inviting him back, which he declined politely. This saga underscores the power of live TV, where anything can happen. Moving on, let's look at public reactions in detail. Polls showed divided opinions, with older demographics siding with Stallone, younger with Behar. Media outlets ran stories, from tabloids to serious journals, debating free speech versus respect. Ultimately, both parties benefited. Stallone's film got free promo. The View's viewership spiked. Delving into the backstory, Sylvester Stallone's appearance was meant to coincide with the release of his new action thriller, but fate had other plans. Rumors of unease surfaced days before, with tabloids hinting at potential fireworks. On the day, Stallone arrived early, greeting fans outside the studio, seeming in good spirits. Inside, the green room buzzed with anticipation. The hosts prepped their questions, but Behar reportedly added her own spicy ones. As the show went live, the initial segment flowed smoothly, with Stallone sharing funny stories about working with younger co-stars. Then, Behar struck. Sly, your movies often show men as saviors. Isn't that outdated in today's world? Stallone paused, then replied, outdated? Heroes never go out of style. Behar countered, but your heroes are violent. What message does that send to kids? Stallone's jaw clenched. The message is to stand up for what's right, even if it hurts. The debate escalated, touching on gun control, with Behar accusing Stallone of glorifying firearms. You've got blood on your hands symbolically, she said. That's when Stallone exploded. Blood? I've donated millions to charities. What have you done besides talk? The studio audience murmured, some applauding Stallone's retort. Whippy tried to intervene. Let's keep it civil, but it was too late. Stallone roused. I'm out of here. This isn't a discussion. It's an ambush. He marched off, the camera following until he disappeared backstage. The remaining time was filled with awkward chatter and a quick guest swap. Immediately after, social media lit up, with #Stallone ERUPTS topping trends. Clips were shared, analyzed, and memed relentlessly. Celebrities like Arnold Schwarzenegger tweeted support for Stallone. Stay strong, brother. Others, like Alyssa Milano, backed Behar's probing. News networks covered it, with experts discussing the intersection of entertainment and politics. Stallone's publicist spun it as a principled stand, while the View's team downplayed it as passionate discourse. In subsequent episodes, Behar referenced it humorously, "Note to self, don't poke the bear. Or the bull." Stallone, in a podcast, elaborated, "I respect differing views, but not disrespect." The incident prompted reflections on talk show formats, with calls for more balanced panels. Virally, it inspired fan edits, superimposing the clash into movie scenes. As time passed, the heat died down, but the memory lingered. This event joined the annals of TV mishaps, like when Kanye West interrupted Taylor Swift. For Stallone, it reinforced his tough image. For Behar, her fearless one. Public polls revealed 55% sided with Stallone, citing rudeness. The show's producers reviewed protocols, ensuring future guests' comfort. Meanwhile, Stallone's film opened strong, perhaps boosted by the buzz. Behar's book sales ticked up too. In essence, no one lost. Now, considering the broader implications, this clash mirrors societal divides, where dialogue often turns to confrontation. It questions the role of media in amplifying conflicts for ratings. Ultimately, it was a win for entertainment, proving drama draws eyes. To fully appreciate the drama, let's imagine the alternate scenario where things stayed calm, but reality was far more riveting. Post-incident, investigations by entertainment journalists uncovered that Stallone had specifically requested no political questions, a request allegedly ignored. Behar, in her memoir excerpts, might later claim it was spontaneous. The live audience members shared their perspectives on forums, describing the electric atmosphere. One said, "You could cut the tension with a knife." As Stallone exited, security escorted him out, amid whispers of potential lawsuits, though none materialized. The viral video amassed over 50 million views in the first 24 hours, breaking records for daytime TV clips. Analysts attributed this to Stallone's global fame and Behar's notoriety. Fan theories abounded. Was it staged? Evidence suggests not, given Stallone's genuine anger. Behar addressed it on the next show. "We love lively debates, sometimes they get too lively." Stallone, via Instagram, posted a workout video captioned, "Channeling energy positively." The crossover appeal drew in non-regular viewers, expanding the View's audience. Critics reviewed the episode, giving it high marks for unscripted excitement. In Hollywood circles, it became anecdote fodder at parties. Stallone's co-stars rallied, sharing stories of his kindness off-screen. Behar's colleagues defended her, noting her intent was engagement, not offense. The clash sparked discussions on masculinity and media, with panels debating its evolution. Stallone's legacy as an underdog hero resonated, making his outburst relatable. Behar's as a trailblazer and comedy added layers. Social media battles ensued, with divided camps. Memes like Stallone as Rocky punching a TV set went viral. Late-night hosts lampooned it, with impressions galore. The economic impact was tangible. Ad revenue surged for The View. Stallone's merchandise sales spiked. Philanthropically, both donated to causes post-event, turning negativity positive. As we reflect, this incident humanized celebrities, showing vulnerability under pressure. It also highlighted the fine line between interview and interrogation. Future guests might think twice, negotiating terms stricter. For viewers, it was pure entertainment gold. Wrapping this segment, remember, in showbiz, controversy is currency. Shifting focus to the personal toll, Stallone reportedly took a few days off to decompress, spending time with family. Behar, unfazed, continued her routine, using the buzz for her stand-up. The media frenzy included paparazzi staking out both, capturing reactions. Stallone was seen jogging, looking determined. Behar at events, smiling defiantly. Expert commentaries flooded airwaves, psychologists analyzing body language, Stallone's clenched fists signaling defense, Behar's crossed arms defiance. Linguists broke down the dialogue, noting escalatory phrases. The incident inspired articles on conflict resolution in media. Stallone's fans organized support campaigns, Trending positive stories. Behar's received solidarity from feminist groups. The crossover into politics saw pundits linking it to larger debates. Ironically, it united some in criticizing daytime TV sensationalism. Stallone appeared on friendly podcasts, elaborating without bitterness. Behar parodied it on the show, easing tension. The viral cycle continued with reaction videos from influencers. Global audiences reacted differently. Americans divided, internationals amused. Film schools used it as case study in PR. Stallone's team masterfully pivoted, emphasizing resilience. Behar's enhanced her brand as unapologetic. In retrospect, it was a perfect storm of personalities. No apologies exchanged publicly, but mutual respect hinted. The event's legacy, cautionary tale for guests and hosts. As we conclude this part, note how one moment can redefine narratives. Finally, looking ahead, will Stallone ever return to The View? Unlikely. But stranger things happened. Behar might invite him for redemption arc. The Clash's ripple effects persist in cultural conversations. Stallone's career thrives, with new projects announced. Behar's show remains staple. Virally, it lives on in compilations, lessons learned, boundaries matter and interviews. This story exemplifies entertainment's unpredictable nature. Thank you for joining this deep dive into Sylvester Stallone's eruption on The View after clashing with Joy Behar. Stay tuned for more Hollywood drama.